3:45 p.m. on a Tuesday.
This video is called "Her $23,892 check didn't check out." What a fucking surprise, right? A $23,000 check doesn't check out.
Officers were
From a
dispatched to a
broco.
pawn shop regarding a woman suspected of attempting to cash a fake check. These are the events that followed.
So what's going on?
Just trying to cash a $24,000 counterfeit check.
Help me out. You guys do this. How did you know this was fraudulent?
I've got the original back there, but we can show you an actual check and the one she brought in. All the watermarks, everything are showing up like it's a copy. The QID scan doesn't work. Like nothing about it.
Okay.
Hello.
And remember to call on John Hancock.
What's this all about?
I had received a check in the mail.
That's all you gonna give him for $23,000? Walking in here with a Nike jacket, probably some bummy sweatpants and some Crocs. That's all you have for him? You don't even look like well kept up. You look horrible. If I'm keeping that shit a buck, you don't look like $23,000. You go in there to check a $23,000 check, you gotta look like $23,000, nigga. You feel me?
And it was supposed to be a payback out from my back pay,
For what?
unemployment.
You were expecting a check for almost $24,000?
$24,000 unemployment check. You couldn't say you got injured, car accident, a $24,000, bro. There's no excuse for $24,000 check, bro. It doesn't even like.
It wasn't, not really.
Were you expecting a check at all?
I knew I was supposed to be getting a check, but I didn't think that it was supposed to be that much.
Okay. How did you get here? How did you get here?
I drove.
Is the car outside yours?
No, I had drove. Well, I actually got dropped off, but I drove myself here, but the person I was with had left because we were supposed to be going to go pick up my kids after school.
Okay. What car did you show up in?
It was a Mazda
And why did they leave?
because we was running late picking up my kids from school.
Alright, so why didn't you go pick up your kids from school then?
Because I had told them I was coming back about 5 o'clock. Well, before then.
Okay.
I mean, trouble or something.
I mean, if they're saying this is a fraudulent check, I don't know. I don't know the difference.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Where'd you work at before?
I used to work for the state at Florida State Hospital a while back ago,
How long ago?
like 2018, 2019.
2018, 2019. Okay. Have you worked since?
After I had my kids, I was out for like a year and a half,
Okay.
and then I ended up going to a juvenile facility.
Did you ever file for unemployment?
I did one time before.
What do you mean? Juvenile facility? How old are you to have kids with an S and be in juvenile? You got a $23,000 check and you in juvenile. You probably 19.
When?
It was like around COVID times.
So when exactly?
Spoke with a female on Reback and she advised.
You could say around COVID times, like COVID didn't last like at least the whole year of 2020. And it was low key a little bit of 2021 too.
Yes, I had the wrong number.
I really don't honestly remember.
But during COVID, like when COVID originally started, so like
Yeah.
2020 probably?
Yeah.
Okay. And since the state, did you work anywhere else after? Where else did you work?
No, like I went back to the state one time, but then once like they COVID rate had struck again, I had ended up leaving again.
Mm-hmm.
But I had never, like, when I applied for unemployment, I never ended up receiving it
How'd you apply for it?
online.
Okay. And who was it through?
I think it was through the unemployment office. I'm not sure. This was my first time ever applying for unemployment.
Did you
She
ever
didn't
get-
apply.
Did you ever get an email back or anything?
Let me see.
So when did you get this in the mail?
It was like, I want to say almost a week ago. But I wasn't never able to cash it because I didn't have my ID on me.
Uh-huh.
So then that's when eventually I had finally got up today, and I was like, well, I got time to go get an ID and stuff. Let me go ahead and try to go get everything situated and settled.
Who did you say the check came through again?
It was supposed to come from the unemployment office. But like even like before I had received that check, like I hadn't spoken to anyone like recently since then.
Do she really think this is gonna work?
You said you didn't have your ID when you
No,
got the check.
I had ended up getting my license took by Florida Highway Patrol, and I never ended up going to go replace them or
So
anything.
you got a new ID today, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he told me that I couldn't use my picture ID. And like that's what I had been using.
Who told you you couldn't?
The dude in there
When was that?
this morning.
So you went today by walk-in to DMV to get another one?
Hold on. So this morning, what did you bring in here?
This morning you walked into the DMV and got a check. The DMV don't even take walk-ins in most states. Most states or most places you gotta have an appointment or they will not take you.
I had a picture ID on my phone
Why did they take your license or ID?
because it was suspended at the time when I had got pulled.
And you never run it. When did it stop being suspended? Like when was it valid again?
It's in the process of being valid again.
If I understood you correctly, you said that you haven't cashed this check.
You drove here. You just said that you drove here and your license is not valid. Pretty much.
For about a week because
No,
he wouldn't let you.
No, I didn't cash this check for about a week because of my work schedule. But today,
Okay.
being that I'm kind of free, I had came in this morning and I tried to use my photo ID on my phone.
You never mentioned that you started working again. Where do you work?
But he told me I couldn't use my photo ID on my phone. So that's when I had went and got the hard copy of it.
Okay.
What's going on? We're here. You're here. The check's here. Tell me what happened.
Basically, okay, I received a check in the mail that was supposed to be for back pay
When did you receive it?
last week.
Where? At your house?
Yes.
Okay.
So I haven't been staying home, honestly. And I called my aunt and I was asking her, like, hey, have I got any mail? This and that. So she was like, yeah, you know, you got a couple of.
Your aunt stays with you.
Yes, I
Okay.
stayed where I stay with
You
my
stay.
aunt.
That's at your. Okay.
Yeah. So she was like that I had a few pieces of mail in, this, that, and the third. So I had went to go pick it up.
Okay.
So after that, that's when I noticed that the check had came.
Okay.
So I was like, oh well, you know, boom. So last week when I picked it up, I never ended up cashing it because due to my work schedule, I always got off work late.
Okay.
And so then after that, that's when I had came in today because I was off
Yeah.
and to cash the check. And when I tried to use my photo ID on my phone, they was like, no, I need a physical ID. So I had went and got a physical ID,
Okay.
and this happened
So that check was for what?
for unemployment.
Okay. Have you ever gotten unemployment before?
No, I applied once, but like I never received anything, never heard anything else back. So it was just like,
So this is the first time you've ever done unemployment, filed for it, or anything like that. You've never received checks before for unemployment or anything. This is
Correct.
the first one.
yes,
Okay. And when did you receive it?
last week.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you something. Unemployment checks will never, ever be for $24,000. Never. It won't ever be that high.
Where's the envelope that came in? Do you have it?
It was supposed to be up front if they didn't move it.
Okay. Do you remember who it came from? What was on the envelope?
It was a blank envelope with the clear slip, and it was a paper in front of it. And then like when you unfold it, it was like the check. The rest of the you know how like you rip off a check.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was.
All right. Have you ever received Department of Treasury checks before for anything?
No, sir.
Has anyone else seen that check? Have you talked to anyone else about that check?
No.
Okay. And the reason for you waiting about a week to come in and cash it, well,
Because I don't get off till 6 o'clock, so it's like by the time I make it back this way, it's 7 o'clock, so everything is
I got you.
almost closed.
I got
Can I ask you a question? Back when you worked for the Florida State Hospital, what was your salary?
Back then I was making like 15 something because I was OPS, so I was making a little bit more than the regular
15
staff.
what?
An hour?
15 an hour.
15 an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
And you worked for like 6 to 7 months.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we was working like sometimes we'll do 16, sometimes we'll double on, or we can come in.
Okay. When you filed for unemployment, how'd you do it? What site did you go to?
Let me see, can I pull up on my email?
Yeah, you got something you got from there? What did you receive? Did you get like an email after you applied? Did you receive anything?
I had basically received a letter saying that I had to submit some more information in, but that was the only thing. Once I had not submitted everything, that was it.
It's gonna be no
Like
receipt
paperwork?
or no email.
Yes,
Okay.
How
That
did
was-
you do that?
I did it online. Like at the time, I was doing everything online. But how I had like knew to do like the unemployment stuff, my friend was telling me about it. So she.
Did you ever receive an approval or a denial from them for unemployment?
I really didn't too much to hear nothing else. And then it was like I had started doing hair, so it was like I wasn't really too focused on it.
That was probably around like 2019 you did that?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So it's now 2023. Never received anything back from them. And all of a sudden, you get a envelope in the mail, plain white envelope in the mail with a treasury check inside it.
With
for
$24,000.
Does that seem to make sense to you?
Oh my God. He said a treasury check.
White envelope in the mail with a treasury check inside it for $24,000.
$24,000 with a treasury check inside of it.
It was like it was a way because it was like I considered throwing it away, but then I was like, what if this actually like this my back pay that they owed me? So it was just
For
like
6 to 7 months that you worked, and you made $15 an hour.
well, I wouldn't say it was 67 months.
$24,000. Please shake your head and give her some sass. Please, because I don't know why she thinks this is gonna work. The cops aren't like starting a slow approach because they're believing you. They're starting a slow approach because they want you to explain your story so many times to the point where you fuck up because they know you're lying. When you're lying, it's kind of hard to stick to the same story because it didn't really happen because you're making it up.
For 6 to 7 months that you worked, and you made $15 an hour.
Well, I wouldn't say it was 67 months because it was like I worked and then I left and then I would end up going back to work there. So it was just like.
Who do you bank with?
I was banking with Chime, now I bank with a bank called Go To Bank.
Okay, what is that? Is that
It's a mobile banking app.
It's a mobile bank.
Yes.
Okay. So did you attempt to cash that check at your bank? Deposit it at your bank?
I didn't, only because I don't have a physical card for that account just yet. I had to order one.
What do you mean, like a debit card?
Yes.
So they require you to have a debit card
No,
in order for you
I
to...
didn't want to cash it into the account and then I wasn't able to use it due to I didn't have a physical debit card.
Okay. Alright, so you didn't put it in your bank because you wouldn't have a card to be able to utilize the money.
Yeah. Like even with my job, my direct deposits, I had to stop a hold on my direct deposits due to I don't have a card to use my card at the moment, so my job had to give me a cash check. Well, I mean a check.
Okay. There's not really anything about this that's not fishy.
At all.
None of this makes
There's He said, there's not even anything about yo.
Due to I don't have a card to use my card at the moment, so my job have to give me a cash check. Well, I mean a check.
Okay. There's not
He
really
said,
anything
okay,
about
all
this
right.
that's not fishy. You know what I mean? None of this makes sense.
At all.
Right? We're asking you questions because we're trying to gauge where you're at as far as what you're going to tell us and how truthful you're going to be. But I'm going to tell you right now, not a darn thing that's come out of your mouth has made any sense.
At all.
Okay. 2019, you applied for unemployment. Is that what you said?
No, it wasn't. I wouldn't even say it was 2019. I want to say it was 2020.
Well, first,
Okay.
originally, when you guys
Well,
did, you told me 2018.
I'm going to say 2020 because
Okay.
I had my kids in 2019. I started working for the state a little after that.
Okay, so let's say it's 2020. Okay.
Even
It's
if
3 years later.
3 years ago.
Okay. It's 2023, it's almost 2024. And you receive a check for supposedly what you applied for 3 years prior. Okay.
Doesn't make sense in and of
And I'm
itself
gonna tell you right now, unemployment doesn't give lump checks.
for
Okay?
$24,000.
Unemployment is a payment, as if you were working.
I never.
Okay. And those checks don't come from the treasury.
Facts.
No, but I'm letting you know that I know that.
Well,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know that. Like, I never received unemployment. I never got a check.
She trying to make it seem like she innocent and just got this bitch in the mail and she was just trying to cash it. Nah, bitch. You sat at home and made that fake check and thought this shit made sense. Some nigga told you cash this check and you was gonna be straight and told you it was for unemployment and your dumb ass went with it because you needed the bread, nigga.
Or anything. So this is like my first time actually receiving something like this. I'm
So,
not lying.
just so you know, for 4 years, I did fraudulent investigations for the department. And I saw stuff like this all the time. And I'll tell you right now, the reason we're asking this, he's saying we're gauging how truthful you're going to be. I'll tell you right now, this is your chance to be honest because I know exactly what's going on. I can call it exactly like I've seen it every other time before. Somehow, someone came in contact with you, a male, probably the male that's sitting in your car out there in the passenger seat, the black Chevy Malibu, and that person convinced you that you need to be black.
He
a
just
male.
he's frying her.
I know exactly what's going on.
Listen
I
to
can
this.
call it exactly like I've seen it every other time before.
He's frying her.
Somehow-
She said that the nigga left and he knows that she's in a car. Yeah, he's in a car. Listen to this. He's about to eviscerate her.
I've seen it every other time.
Speaking of evisceration, when your rage goes live, I want to catch it and I want to see him talk about that. Twin that row one. Turn your post on. I want to see what he has to say about that shit.
Somehow, someone came in contact with you, a male, probably the male that's sitting in your car out there in the passenger seat, the black Chevy Malibu, and that person convinced you that you need to go in here and you need to cash this check, and then the payment would be to receive a portion of that check while they get the other.
Facts.
You being a single mom, I don't know if you're getting paid a lot right now. I'm not going to worry about that. But you would get a portion of that money. And they would get the rest. And all you had to do was go in here, show your ID, and here you
And
go.
cash
This is
it.
what you got to say.
Yeah.
And these people will buy it. And I say that because I recently arrested someone not too long ago for the same similar type of thing here. So, with that being said, we already know the person out in the car because I don't know if you know this or not, but this place has video cameras. So they come, you come here and they see exactly what cars you come in and out of. And they see what cars come at the same time.
Caught.
Well, that car was here earlier with you.
Right.
So, it's odd that it's back now and there's a guy that's just been sitting there waiting
Well, actually,
in the passenger seat. Now, my question is did this guy contact you through like Instagram or Facebook or what? And what did he promise you? Because, and maybe he told you that, yes, this is legit and, you know, this is what it is. But I'm telling you right now, I know you're full of it. They try to do this whole thing all the time with people. We're like, here, this is what it is. This is what you're going to tell them. That way it sounds legit or tries to sound legit. The problem is
That shit don't
that
work.
Treasury check. First off, it's fake as heck. There's nothing about that check that's even remotely real. You wouldn't get a check from the Treasury anyway.
That doesn't
comes
make
in a blank
sense.
envelope in the mail 3 years later, and then you claim it's unemployment. So you can sit here and tell us all day long that this is what you believe it is, or this is what you think it is, or whatever story they concocted for you. But ultimately, you need to tell us who the person is out there, how they contact you, and everything else, and maybe we can help you out. I'm not promising we can, but
Well,
this is your chance to be honest, because I'm telling you right now, I already know you're lying.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The person that's in the car, that's my little brother. He's a minor.
Okay.
He's 17. He has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with this.
Okay.
That's number one. I promise you, I'm completely honest with you.
Okay.
Number two, the check that came in the mail, basically, my friend helped me apply for unemployment. She told me basically, like, you go on this website, you do such and such and such, and that was it. But being that I never received anything, I'm being completely honest with you. I promise you, I am. Being that I never received anything, it was just like, I didn't worry about it no more.
So you're gonna stick with that.
Stick
that
with this
came in the
bullshit
mail.
ass story.
That's what you're sticking with. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, we're getting to a point where there's gonna be a line, and once we meet that line of our patience with this,
You trying their patience, shawty. They not gonna let you cash the check. Either leave or try to find a way out of this, or just come clean.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we're getting to a point where there's gonna be a line, and once we meet that line of our patience with this, there's gonna be no going back and helping you without you being completely 100% honest with us. I don't want that to happen for you. He doesn't want that to happen for you, but that's where it's headed.
I can give you my friend information that helped me do everything.
But you can't show us anything about anything that you applied for, any website, any email.
Nothing that said you were ever going to get money back, which doesn't make sense. You get it back from the Treasury anyway. A big lump sum of $24,000 3 years later after you file for unemployment. That makes
There's gonna be.
no
They're not
sense
just gonna
whatsoever.
send you a check without some sort of notification, especially for that amount.
Facts. Because when they send a check, they want you to know that you're getting a check, so that somebody doesn't fucking take it. So that you're watching your mail, so that you're watching out for your mail, especially if it's 24 bands.
With unemployment, you get approved or you get denied. I've done unemployment before back in the day. You get approved, you get denied, but it's all notifications to your email, in the mail. You have documentation for everything because that's a government entity, and they have to keep records of everything, and you get notifications of every decision that they make. But you can't show us one piece of documentation.
That's what I'm saying to you. I didn't do everything by myself. My friend helped me. I could give you my friend information. I could give you a name, who helped me with it, everything. I don't want to do this. I just really honestly want to make a balance with my kids. I can give you all the person contact information.
Your friend?
Yes. 'Cause that's
What are they going to do? They're going to tell me, oh, yeah, I helped her file for unemployment? That doesn't help. What is that gonna do?
Facts. Fuck is that gonna
I don't
do?
know.
I tell you what, give me your friend's information. While we're here with you, we're gonna call her. We're gonna see what she says.
Facts. We're gonna see what she says. Put her on the spot. Hello, who am I speaking with? Hello, yes. So I heard you helped yada 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 with their unemployment, so I need help with mine too. So can you help me? She gave me this number. I don't know if it's the right number. Oh, no, I didn't help her with any unemployment. They gonna find some way to trap her,
So you
bro.
finished high school, completed some college. So that means you're not stupid. But you want me to expect to believe that this was from an unemployment check. It's amazing. Like I said, I've done this for a long time. I did this for 4 years. All kinds of stuff. The only thing that ever changed was the names of the people that did it. That's it. That's the only thing that ever
Facts.
changed.
I promise you this.
Facts.
Because-
Though. That was hard. I ain't gonna. That's a hard line. The only thing that ever changed is the names of the people that did it. Damn.
I can look at that check right there, and I can tell that is beyond fake. It's laughable.
He said laughable.
The number that's on here, there's a reference number on here. The F941 has to do with payroll taxes, not unemployment. And the fact that you think that you would get a check for $24,000 basically after 3 years is ridiculous.
So the information ain't even right on the check.
So I know you're sitting here thinking that we're buying it, but we're not.
No, I'm not. I'm just honestly.
Based off of what we have here, okay, you're under arrest.
Can I call somebody?
What do you want to call?
Let's go ahead and get you in handcuffs first. We'll call when we got this out, okay?
She was charged with passing a counterfeit instrument and larceny totaling between $20,000 and $100,000. Her bond was set at $27,500.
Can't afford that.
She was sentenced to 2 years of probation, 16 days in jail, and fines totaling $668.
So you went in thinking you was coming up 24 bands. Now you down $668, 16 days of your life, and you probably going back to jail. Since you doing this stupid shit, you probably gonna get caught with some shit during that time of probation.
Thanks
Damn,
for watching.
she's so big, bro. Her waist so big, they had to use 2 cuffs, gang. You fat piece of shit, bro. God damn, that shit pathetic, bro. I'm big. I've always been a big nigga, but I've never been big enough to the point where I can't get my fucking wrist together enough for a nigga to handcuff me behind my back with just one pair of handcuffs. Like, when I get that big, gang, that's how I know it's you feel me? It's too much. It's too much. You too round, bitch.